Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. We're gonna be continuing where we were on this bridge path, getting to the end of it, grabbing any item we can. I stopped last episode because I heard that little twinkle very briefly. I didn't want to risk coming up here, wasting too long on last episode, and my recording was about to auto cut off. So, come on, there we go. Yup. Just the Healy one, not an actual item one. Thought so. Wanted to be sure. Now, time to cross the bridge and grab whatever items we can that are on our way. Waiting for that. I didn't want to risk going up here and immediately getting shot back by it. Ooh, more items. Now heal up, Torrent. Just in case. It's not what I meant to have out. That's kind of funny. Never in a million years would I main using a bow in one of these games. You know, people do it. Bows and shields both you could use as legitimate weapons throughout the whole game, but that is not for me. Bows are situational. What are you? Ooh, Smithing Stone 8 immediately. That's nice. Okay. Now we must continue. We don't really have to continue, but I would like to get all the main stuff that I wanted from this mountaintops area. So we're gonna get the Grace Point. Should be like right up here actually. And we'll loop up top. Grab that bell bearing from the merchant. Molotov.
To think we'd meet in what could your purpose possibly? No. I know well enough who you are. Call upon me again. In battle. I'm searching for a fort. I heard the master of the fort. Indeed. I believe the Halig tree is hidden somewhere in these northern lands. I'm searching for a fort. I heard the...
I don't want to do that this episode, but we might. That would be good runes. Getting that secret medallion and fort out the way. And we could go to the Halig tree whenever we needed. And the path to the Halig tree is where we get the smithing or the bell bearing.
Do you hear me?
We're doing one of the final ones.
Lieutenant, we're almost there. Castle Sol lies just off to the north. where the other medallion is housed. It will grant passage to the land.
Now she confirms it. That is where we technically want to go. But that is not where I am focused on going, obviously. First, we're gonna fight this guy. Get this knocked out the way. Let him do that so we can get that. No heals, no attacks, no bleed damage on me. Got one hit. Not enough to be worried. Lovely. Now we got that quest completely out the way. Sounds like one of those big guys trying to shoot me, but he's all the way up there. Why would it be firing its laser down the cliff at me? Either way, check over here, shouldn't be anything. Check up top here, still nothing. And we can cruise to the other side over here. Grab this. Grab that. Grab this. And this. And up there we go. This merchant is a pain to remember about, but I know he has good items. Actually, I think there is a grace point right up here, isn't there? No. Guess it's on this side of the bridge. That's where you fight the Death Bird, isn't it? Yeah. There's no grace point there. Over there's the Tibia Mariner, so I guess I'm wrong. Grace point must be further down that way. Interesting. Well, there was one over there, but I know there's not one super close to this merchant, so it wouldn't be this way. So let's go back and get the merchant, because this one is a pain in the ass to get back to, so I'd rather knock him out the way and grab all of his items and not ever have to worry about coming back to this spot to come and talk to him. So we'll probably take the bell bearing.
Some customer? Well.
Lightning great bolts. That is nice. Alley-oop. He has some health.
This foul pillaging. Plague.
Cool. They get lucky and start doing madness attacks on you. Tends to make you flinch a lot. That screws me over in those fights. Okay, back up top. Let's go get some more grace points in this area so we can warp around a little bit, and then we will get the map. So I believe, yep, we don't have to go that far for the map. And we really don't even have to fight a single thing to get it either. But of course we will. We'll even knock this out the way.
Where did you go? You promised me. Dear sister, you're finally here.
The jellyfish you've been holding on to the whole game from Roderica.
See the stars.
Now we got that. This door opened up for us. Fog wall, I should say. So we can go in and grab this item pretty much for free. I don't think there's any other items over here. Just perusing as per usual. I think I just saw a gold mask up on that hill too, so we'll have to go over there to continue their quest. Go on over here and talk to these two.
Nice to see you.
We'll get that, because I'm pretty sure soon he's gonna be
Being
gone.
gripped by the rhythms and calculus of the Master's finger betray a suspicion of the holism of the Golden Order, a conceit, I am afraid, that cannot be overlooked. Oh, but how could this be? I dread to even entertain the possible somehow. I can't tell me, have I simply lost my only... If why would he think to breach this forbidden mount?
Okay. So he is pretty much at the end of his quest. I think now I can go get the Tonic of Forgetfulness, and I'll have to give it to him before I fight the Fire Giant. Or else he goes goodbye. But I think he still disappears, even if you give him the tonic. It's just more thought that he disappears rather than... If you don't, then I'm pretty sure you find his and Goldmask's corpse right there. Okay, a whole lot of nothing this way. I really want to get over there. So we're gonna go around this tree, not fight the avatar that's here. Because as much as I would love to, this one is pretty tough and we are not ready. It's usually one that I hold off until end game time for. Want that grace point. We gonna get that grace point. I know there's a golden seed down below, which I do want to get. We're just not going to just yet. I'm gonna cruise and get all the stuff up here first. I'm not worried about them. Yes, they're gonna reform, but they're further away now. Let's see, did I ever pick up the weapon that's really good for this? And that would be a no. I did not pick up the axe. Oh well, we're gonna risk it then. If you want, you can use something like the Ice Rend axe and cast it out in front of you with your stomp. And that will show exactly where the path is. This one doesn't do it because that just goes everywhere. It doesn't, the other one, the ice, will cover the ground in front of you. So you can see easier. But now you just gotta try and look for that tiny little hue of blue that you can see right there. Look for your walking path. Just wanted to make sure that there's nothing right there that we had to really fight to get out. Because once I'm running out of here, I am running. Probably end up jumping off of that ledge and onto the edge over there to get some items that are outside of this place. We will be running. That's a good one. It's the good old constant rain of stars for a couple seconds. Nice to pepper up full areas of enemies, make them stagger, or if you can get it all on a big guy, it'll make them flinch and stop doing the main attacks they're doing, but it's not really good enough to, like, really get rid of groups of enemies. Just staggers them. Grab those and let's get on out. Could jump down there. I think that's where we came out at. No, that's where the golden seed is. We're doing it. If we weren't right here, I wouldn't have even thought about it, but literally staring at it from above, so might as well. Good. Pretty sure there's a way up and around over here. We want to crack that open first, though. That's for sure. Come on, big guy. Yeah, I know you got the reach, but you just gotta get closer. You're almost there. Just a couple more steps. Regular smithing stone 7s, but we'll take it. That gets expensive. Come on. Guess I wasn't close enough to the hitbox when I started that swing. Redemption. Let's get it this time. And get him going. Evaporate into dust. Now, let's go back on up here. Got the grace point on this side of the bridge. That is a lot closer to the dragon. So when we want to fight that, we're right here, which is lovely. I believe there's also some items on that rock. So we're gonna sprint to that rock, get those, evade the dragon, and get out of here. We'll keep going to the right to get to the church that we're trying to get to. Grab our sacred tear there. Do I hear chimes of beetles? No, that's just chimes, isn't it? No, that is a chime of a beetle. Huh. I see a pattern, but it don't look great. Yeah, it moves fast. So we gotta try and time this. Lovely. It's hard to see that, the white pattern on the floor, on the white frickin' snow on the ground. That was quite aggravating to visually see. Had to almost audio time that to when it was getting close. A tiny bit of added help from the visual. And there's our dragon. But he doesn't notice us just yet. Now he does. Borealis of the freezing fog, you will not kill me yet. I shall run. We will fight another day. I want to say this is a Spirit Caller's Cave, which might actually be a smithing stone. I think it's one for the glove wart, or bell bearing I meant, but I think it's one for the glove wart, not for the stuff I want, but that still is kind of worth it. Grab this. So now we got the miners for the somber smithing stone bell bearing. Miners bell bearing is what I meant to say. So now we should be able to make or buy 5 and 6s of both levels. Then the last bell bearings I'm gonna need for that stuff should be all the way up top, I believe. Like, going into the path to the Hallig tree. And in Crumbling's Farm, Azula, I believe.
Spoken echo, shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, hark, brave guidance hath delivered ye through put the giants to the sword, let a new epoch be brandish, the Elden. We're almost there. The flame of ruin lies just ahead. I'm glad it was you I travelled with. I must tender my thanks to Torrent. Thank you. Torrent, please continue to lend your aid. There is something I'd like. My purpose was given to me by my mother, but now I act of my own volition. I have set my heart upon the world that I would have, regardless of my mother's designs. I won't allow anyone to speak ill of that, not even you.
That's interesting. I don't ever remember hearing her reference her mother before in my other playthroughs. There's theories on who she really is, but I've always been on the fence. Seems like a daughter of Marika, obviously, but definitely leans pretty heavily to her being the Glowmide Queen. So maybe she's a child of the Glowmide Queen, who became the next one after her passing. Get this marked on the map. Probably actually could do this. Let's see how rough it is. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Only because I didn't let him finish attacks. When he gets hits on you, he definitely hits like a truck. I know that. I've taken Vike a little too lackadaisical before in the past. He has absolutely demolished me in seconds. So, I'll take that. One go of having an easy run on Vike, I'll take it. I don't need those, that's just heals. Could probably use a grace point to get closer to this area, but I don't think there is one nearby. I think the closest one is up here. Might have to fight before I get there. Oh no, it's around the other side of this rock. Cool. Now, we want to continue to the map, which I don't believe we ran past. I believe that is still, yep, after here. So we're running past all this for now. We'll be back. Figure it out. Now we got that attack. Which on the prelate's hammer is actually really nice. I'm pretty sure the main attack on the hammer is just a ground slam that burst up a bunch of fire. Like you slam the hammer on the ground and then a bunch of fire comes up around it. But if you switch it out for the charge where you just sprint forward, you do massive damage to big enemies. And you can get away from them while still attacking. It's quite nice. There, we got the map. That is glorious. Now, we can get the church up here. It's gonna be a little painful. This guy's pretty rough too. But we'll go up top, get the church, come back down, get the grace point by the hero's grave. I think that's almost all for now that I'll want to do. There might be an item or two up here that we can get. So, screw it. Ooh. Grab what we can on the way to this church. Thought there was some smithing stones by these guys. I'm not seeing nothing. It might just be the one that's on top of that mountain ridge. Should be over there. Oh, here we go. Time for Rivers of Blood. Everybody loves this weapon. Or at least they did before it got nerfed. I think it's really nice to use, especially if you're playing with other people and you keep getting invaded. If you have like 3 people that have Rivers of Blood, and they just time it correctly, one right after the other, and you just don't let up, whoever's invading you just can't get away from it if you are all actually cornering them. They can dodge as much as they want, but the iframes won't be enough. Bleed up will happen, bleed buildup will happen, and then once they proc that damage, you can just go in and get the final hits. A little tricky and a little bit of a pain to get good at, but once you do, you become almost unstoppable with your group. I do say almost, because there's always those good players. There we go. Ooh, we want that. I think we're gonna have to get closer because this bird wants to fight. Another grace point too. And I sneak. Nope. It saw me. Thought it might have, but I wasn't sure. Now, where did it go? I don't think it warps all too far. Oof. You can really just pepper this thing up for forever. I got enough arrows, so we will. But you probably want to level up your bow or something if you're gonna do that. Didn't take too long, but that was like 20 arrows that I just wasted on a single beetle for a smithing stone level 8. Kinda worth it, yes, but not really. I'm not fighting you. This is too annoying. Keep on running. Let me heal up. And we run up this mountain. This should be the one that has a cracked tier. Or tree? Yeah, it's a tree. We can just grab some golden seeds from. I'm surprised there was only one. I thought there would be 2 there. I want to say that is everything for up here. Now we gotta go find the tricky spots, figure those out. Which I think it's really just like down here. I don't know if there's an item over here, but I kind of want to check it. Just grab everything we can from up here. So that once real exploration time happens, it's really just clearing out the down below actual ice field part of this. And then the crappy snowfield way down below. But we won't do much of the spots that we can't see many areas in. I think I know where to beeline some of the snowfield. So we can just do that. Easy peasy. Like that. Ouch. Now we gotta make our way back over to this side. Wait a second. There was something over on the other side. That can't be where I was thinking it was originally, so this side actually has to be the one that leads down over towards the ledge that hangs over the hero's grave, I believe. Just want to be sure about this area too, because I don't think there's anything up there, but if there is a way to jump up there and get him, then we might as well. I'm not seeing one. So screw that. We'll come back for that guy later. Could probably jump up this side of the mountain now that I'm seeing it. That would be an easy way up. But I'm not seeing any real reason to come up here. Arteria leaf spawn. That's kind of nice if you use them. Oh, torrent, no. I'll bring you back, torrent. And then we'll say screw it. It's the thing. Wow. I didn't think that would be far enough of a fall. But I think the only item that could be up there would be from fighting that troll. And we're not doing that yet. We're just trying to grab the items quick and make getting through here a little easier. All around. What's this? Ooh, gold room 10, I'll take that. Grab that. This time we can just cut straight there. Bam, bam, bam. Makes it a little easier for those following at home instead of me doing that big circle that I just did. Now you can just follow that straight line. Right on over here. I don't think there's anything on this side, but I just realized there was a ledge here, so I wanted to check. Now we can jump up here. Grab the runes and get on down. Safely this time. Now we cruise on over to this side, and this should loop around, take us down. I don't think this is the way to get on that bridge that leads over to the hero's grave. I believe you had to go down near the entrance of, like, right after our first little bridge section that we came over to here. And take a hard right then, and that takes you to the hero's grave. It looks like I'm right. But I don't remember what item was hidden on this ledge either. Lots of little hand guys. Just jumping to get over top of them because I didn't feel like fighting them on that ledge. Racketeer? Bubble tier. Sizzle, sizzle, burn. But bubble tier is nice. That was a good way to get that. And now we can go over here, jump on down. And we'll go get the hero's grave unlocked. Oh, you do have to run this way. Just visually making sure so we don't run into like into nothing over here. I believe there's like no items to really pick up in this section right here. Might be one over on this ledge, but most of what you find isn't going to be worth going out over your way to get. Yeah, I think there might be something over here. If not, we just want to fight this troll, because trying to get off of the bridge and coming back is annoying with him still alive. knew they hit hard once they start, so I was very hesitant on that, but since we already got them so far down, I figured we could take one good hit, see how much damage that would do, and hot him. If we get in an actual fight with them, our hits will kill me. Which isn't horrible, but that's still not many smacks. Stone 7. We'll take that. Do we have to fight something? It looks like we do. Look around, make sure there's no other items to pick up. I don't see anything. Oh, we don't. That was just a ghost. I'll take it. But still, first we're checking around. Yeah, I see nothing. And we'll come back and actually do this hero's grave very soon. But now that we know which hero's grave had the 2 Crucible Knights at the bottom of it, I feel more comfortable going through and getting rid of all the other heroes' graves. Because that one is the biggest pain out of all of them. And the others may still be a pain, but they're not nearly as difficult as that one. So we can go through and clear out the other 2 that I think I haven't done yet pretty soon. Should be that one, and this is the other one we didn't do yet. No, I think that's the one we did. Let's warp on over there and see. Nope, yeah, this is the one that we started doing. That's the one that has both of them at the bottom of it, so we can't do that one entirely yet. The next hero's grave is in Mount Gelmer. We haven't done that yet either, but I want to say we did the Mount Gelmer one. Let's just double check. We either did the Mount Gelmer one, or we did this one. I know. But I think it was the one that's over here that we actually did. I guess it would be smarter to warp there first, because if we can warp out of here, then we did it. Yep. And then I don't think we did Mount Gelmer's. We might have, but easy way to be sure. We did do it. Good. Take that back. So those are complete then. That is glorious. We still have some of Roddy's quest to do. Solvis's. Maybe we finish that off next episode. We can go down to Nokron. We're not gonna do that part. Where would we have to go if I wanted to fight the other guy? No, we already fought these two bosses, so it would have to be this one. Crap. That means I have to do Dee's quest. We do have time. Dee's quest isn't too important. His personal quest isn't too important. So I just want to make sure we bought everything from him, which we did.
Oh, I had a change of heart already. Ah. You are what you felt like, though it is but a fleeting thing. Come back to me. I will take you in my arms.
I'm pretty sure we have to talk to her again. That should allow us to talk in secret.
I am pleased. Would you like the blessing? Would you like to be now? You are so. I was known after I received. I lay to do so, but before I could, I was awakened. Pray, despite all, so please, my dear, could you please find a certain person? It's a very precious thing, so I would like for the original. My dear, have you ever heard of dear Roger and the ancient plot? The black knives wielded by the assassin, along with the impressions they made these grand affairs. But dear Roger, in truth, about the black knife prints that fascinate. But it wouldn't be right to give. Perhaps you could make.
Well, that is out the way. Now, all we really have to do is give Dee that dagger, and it progresses that part of the quest forward even more. But she reminded me that I was holding off on this quest until we started this actual quest. So, next episode, we will start in the Black Knife Catacombs, get that dagger, and then complete her quest so that we can go underground into the depths of this well. And, yeah. We'll deal with some real fun stuff pretty soon. Won't be too much, but it should still be enough that it'll fill up a chunk of time. So, if you like this kind of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below anything that you would like for me to do in this game or any other games that you would like for me to play. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.